Yesterday, EC Chairman Tan Sri Aziz told the press about 42,000. This is their figure. It was released in October last year. Independent survey by Merdeka Center and NAI showed that 32% of voters are not recognizable. That's a sample, 1,200. Survey can never be perfect, but it tells you the bigger picture was more than what it is. 8% of the addresses is simply invalid. That means you can't find them. And that was not, this is certainly not in the 42,000. Ken Ming, my fellow political scientist, Ken Ming has reviewed in his own source that there are about 400,000 suspicious names. Ken Ming will do his presentation soon. So I'll leave that to him because that he has more detail to do. What I'm going to do today was just to poke a very simple point to get it through. How big is 42,000? Because Tan Sri Aziz said you have to be fair to the EC. My question is that, has he been fair to the Malaysian public? How big is 42,000? This is the figure. Big enough to land BN with only a bare majority. In 2008. In 2008, BN losing 41,653 more votes in his 25 biggest constituency would have meant 4 seats away from a change of government. If it lose furthermore for 56,882 votes, it would have been a change of government. This is how big 42,000 voters is in Malaysian context. I'll show you what it means. This is the only figure, the quantitative slide you need to look at. I'll give you one picture on the national scene, one on Selangor, and that's it. So it wouldn't be very complicated, but it's a bit of technicality that we need to grasp. Here, I show you 2008 parliamentary election outcome. The smallest seats, the seats with smallest margin, BN has won. So the smallest one was Stumping. It won with a margin of 51 votes. You go down the line, you go up to 30th, that will have, sorry, the first one was Sarike, 51 votes. You go down the last one with the Stumping. It lost with 3,070 votes. Is that clear? If you accumulate that, when you come to the 30th seats, the smallest 30th seats, the end secure them with 56,792 votes. Is that clear? 25, the smallest 25th seats would have been, were secure with 41,628 votes. Clear? Right. What you mean is that if you throw in for this 1,000 in these 25 seats, it would have been a tie. Right? If you add 41628 in 25 seats, it will be a tie. You add 41628 plus 25 votes in these 25 seats, it would have a BN victory. That's how big 42,000 in Malaysian context. That's all you need to have changed the election outcome. I'm not saying that BN have won all these votes with fraud, but I'm saying that how honorable their victory was. This is nationwide. 56,000, there would have been a change of government. If there is a situation like this, 56,000 phantom wisdom would have saved BN. This is the context, unfortunately, Tan Sri Aziz did not reveal to the MP. And of course, many of the MPs are beneficiaries of the system. Next, this is Selangor. How big is 42,057 voters in key states at Selangor? Big enough to enthrone BN with a 39-seat majority in Selangor. We can come back to this. I'll show you, go through the figure. The smallest seats was Skimcha. The margin was 190. This was seats won by DAP. Right? You go down all the way, the 19 smallest seats won by PKR, by Pakatan Rakyat parties. It was Pelabuhan Klang. It was 4,407 votes. That's the margin. You add together, that's 41,440. So with 42,000, if you place them nicely, effectively, that would have landed the BN with a 39-seat majority in the Selangor now, in 2008. And to change the government, all you need was just 9 seats. Because the last election, Pakatan Rakyat won only with 36 to 20. 16 seats, all you need was just 9, and then you take off the balance. And how many voters do you need to change this? 10,000. 42,000 is 4 times of 10,000. What we are talking about is a situation where the election outcome was determined at such a small margin that as small as 42,000 voters would have changed
the outcome. That's the summary of it.
So you must not think that 0.3% is small. How small is 0.3%? Medically, that means you have 1,000 operations, a life and death operation, 3 people die. Is that small? That's all we need to do. And in this, we are talking about change of government. More people's life will be affected. We are not saying that the 42,000, they are all here. The point is that 42,000 is not the whole figure. There are many more. But the point here is that EC tried to downplay how serious it is. If EC was completely innocent, EC should have come out and say, just a fact, and not manipulate the parliamentarians. Any parliamentarian actually believe that 40,000 is too small. It's either they are part of the problem or they're simply too naive.